Welcome back to this YouTube channel. Now it's interesting to note that they actually changed the nodes for this month's Cavalier quest. As you can see on screen, um, we have Engineered Fractured. Talking about when a tech gives a armor break, they also place a heal block, and then every time healing is blocked, you get a fury, uh, which increases damage by a lot, as you can see in this video's footage, up to 10, and then the rest aren't really that important, um, but they do play some vital roles in what tech champions you could take. But apparently this tech Cavalier is pretty hard, but I actually think it might be the easiest because you could basically take any tech champion. And the first tech champion we're actually going to be seeing is Star-Lord. Star-Lord is, pretty good in this Cavalier quest. Why? Because even though the healing might be a little bit, too high, because they do heal like around 1,000 damage, health per second or something. Star-Lord's ability to just, out damage the healing after a little while, it just really does come through. Plus, like I said, even though Star-Lord does place an armor break on his second, there is a chance of placing an armor break on his second, as well as heal blocking the opponent. So you basically have both effects, which could also get you those furies, increasing your damage again by a lot. But funny enough, in this footage, as you can see, every time I throw a number 2, that sounds wrong. Every time I throw a special 2, I just place a shock, which is very convenient for the game. But like I told you, just Star-Lord's ability to just out damage the healing is just awesome. And that's the thing I noticed too. You could either bring someone who gives the effects or who hits hard. In this case, most tech champions do not hit hard or crazy hard, but Star-Lord luckily has that ability, and he's actually a really good champion in my opinion for this Cavalier. If you know how to play Star-Lord, you just see that last number right there, 41,000. That's a pretty sweet number, So I'd recommend them. One of the best options, and I would say the best character to bring, Warlock. Warlock has all the utility you need and deserve. Why? Because, whenever the opponent is infected, the opponent cannot heal. So that's already like a passive heal block. Plus, they also get degen, so it's kind of like a reverse healing, even though the node clearly said you cannot reverse heal. And then this is a maxed out Warlock. Not the Sig ability, he's still low on the Sig ability, but you can see the damage there. And then with the bleeds and the degen, it's just like MODOK is just getting destroyed. Like, he's perfect for the auto blockers. Plus, that special SP2 does armor break the opponent, which in turn activates the node that will heal block him, giving you the fury easy. So there's just Warlock is overall the best character because everything about him just gives you that instant fury, increasing your damage and just hitting so hard. And it's another interesting battle right here, fighting on Mephisto, because Mephisto does proc that aura that will kill you if you stay in there just like 2-3 seconds. It's just like, it's a crazy. So it's just kind of like you could always just confidently parry heavy. Plus, parrying or perfect blocking does allow you to put, like, I think 4 infection charges on the opponent, making the heal block just faster. And then bleeding is just, Warlock is amazing. Best character to bring. But if you do not have a Warlock, you could basically bring any other champion, as I will show you in this video. Here's another good option. Guillotine. Guillotine, once she has 100 combo, she actually does hit really hard. Plus, you could activate one of the charges that she has. I forgot. Persistent charges, you know, to heal. So like on this annoying fight, like Spider-Man or like Wasp, you know, you just parry and double medium, and those both mediums will heal you up. Plus, you also have Guillotine's ability to activate a regen buff when her health gets too low. So basically, you got the whole package here. She hits hard, and as you can see, she hits so hard as I think she's a rank 3, a rank 3 5-star. She hits so hard with those fury buffs that I actually have to like wait a couple seconds because to get to my third, because they're already like super low, and I had to extend the fight, let them heal back a little bit of that health so I could, you know, get enough energy to throw a special 3 and carry over the 100 combo to the next fight. So yeah, she's really good. And the way you get these fury buffs on her is by saving up to a special 2 and then throwing it, which gives you that heal reversal. But remember, in the node you cannot heal reverse, so it would count, heal reversal will count as a heal block, and every time they cannot heal, they'll give you a fury. So that's the way you play around with Guillotine, and it's just great gameplay. Like as you can see right now, like I'm literally just trying to get to that special 3 right now at the moment, and I have to let her heal a bit, evade, block, parry, do whatever, just so I could carry the combo over. But you know, you don't have to do that. Honestly, you could just kill her and then, you know, carry the combo some other fight. But one key detail to always remember when fighting with Guillotine is bring a strong Guillotine. I did try to try it with my rank 1 4-star Guillotine, and even with the 10 furies, I still did not manage to like put any damage on him, even after I placed like close to 300 hits on the combo meter. And yeah, so just bring a strong one. You can't do it with the weaker one. It's scientifically proven, as you saw in the video. And then I'm go ahead. I'm gonna lose the battle. I'm not gonna win, but I'll barely manage to put a scratch on him. Like I think I only take like 10% health, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Just bring a strong Guillotine. So next character that we're actually gonna try is Sentinel, and Sentinel is actually also, like, I would say number 2 right after Warlock. Why? Because Sentinel, he places a armor breaks or multiple armor breaks with his special 1, and in turn it heals block them. So actually building up those 10 furies is really easy with Sentinel. On top of that, his build up is really easy. You just want to hit up the opponent when they're blocking, so you can stack up those charges, and then once you reach 100, your specials are gonna cost less, plus their effects are also gonna be triggered through blocking. If you do end up messing up sometimes and just accidentally throwing it and they block it, you're still gonna get the armor breaks and the heal block from that special 1. And well, it's on the special 1, so the build up is really easy. You could constantly be spamming that special 1 once you get to 100 charges. So Sentinel is just the perfect guy. One of the perfect guys, not as perfect as Warlock, but pretty perfect right up there. Plus double immunities from a robot, And then if you go ahead and throw a heavy right here, you place a shock too, and sometimes that is a critical hit, which causes like close to 5k. Plus you got the special 2 if you manage to pull it off, which also causes incinerate damage and pushes you back, so you could just throw it in the block, and the incinerate damage actually scales with the furies on you. So it's actually pretty easy to fight with Sentinel. Plus, as you can see, this is a rank 1, I think level 1 5-star, and he's just getting the job done. And it's amazing. It's cheese, so you don't actually have to bring like super broken strong characters to the fight. And then talking about not bringing super strong broken characters, here we go ahead and talk about War Machine. I was like, can I do it with the 4-star War Machine? Since I couldn't do it with the 4-star Guillotine, I was like, okay, could I do it with the War Machine? And yes, it is possible. At the beginning, it is slow, as you can see, like no damage done. But I was looking at his stats on his special 2. He does have 100% chance to armor break the opponent. In other words, heal blocking him. So, like I said, the Furies are pretty big. So you could actually get some pretty good numbers, even on a low level 4-star. I think he is a rank 3 4-star here. So yeah, he actually managed to pull the win. I thought it wasn't gonna be possible, but surprisingly he did. And well, I mean, it really just depends on how long you wanna fight for, because this was a pretty long fight. I'd probably say like a 10-minute fight maybe. Plus, I wasn't playing him perfectly. I did miss some of the hits and stuff like that. Howard the Duck hits super hard with the special 2, so you kind of don't want to push him over because he could kill you even when blocking. But I kind of did that on purpose because I did want to see if the furies that he gets with the empty the clip would boost his hit numbers to like some crazy amount. But honestly, the furies that he gets are super weak, so I wouldn't recommend that. And then also, if you throw a special 1, the bleed damage isn't crazy, so I wouldn't recommend it. Just go ahead and just save up for that special 2. And the heal block, I mean, the armor break lasts around as much as, so you could be able to get to a special 2, so it shouldn't be a problem. I did try right here a special 3 because he does place an armor break and some bleeding, so I just tried it out. But I would just recommend go ahead and do special 2s. It's just easier, faster, and yeah. But I mean, then again, who's playing with the freaking 4-star rank 3 War Machine? So, but I mean, if you don't have any other techs and literally that's your only tech in your team, well, here's video proof that you can do this month's Cavalier, at least the easy path. So yeah, I think that's a win in my book. But right here we're just about done, and he does 2 bleed damage, 100 damage. Anyways, next character, Darkhawk. He would probably be like the 4th on the list. I would say 3rd after Sentinel, but probably 4th, because you do have to save up for that special 3. But that special 3 does also give you extra damage with the shock. Places a really long heal block on the opponent, so you could basically build up to a special 3 again and just be constantly cycling through that. And also, Darkhawk right here, he's also I think rank 2 or 3 5-star, so he's not that strong, but nonetheless, he's able to get the job done. And I almost got it, but I am gonna lose this fight just because I just messed up on some parries, and it was just a really bad mess. But if you do have a Darkhawk at this level, just know again, you could get this month's Cavalier done. And right here I'm thinking, should I push him to a special 3? But YOLO it, I did, and I took my defeat like a champ. Next character, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Like, look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought? We are playing with a rank 3 Civil Warrior, a character that doesn't really see any use in modern MCOC. Honestly, he doesn't really have that many abilities. Plus, they're pretty short. Like, for example, he gives a heal block, which is why we're using him in this Cavalier node. But it's pretty short. As you can see, it goes by pretty quickly. But nonetheless, the Furies is why we're heal blocking him. That really ups our damage to more respectable damage. And well, he gives a heal block in his second, and in his third he gives a heal block and a power lock when he drains, I think, all the power. So that's something pretty neat. But as you can see, it could be done with a Civil Warrior. And again, Civil Warrior is not like a maxed out character. He's probably like a rank 2, rank 3. So yeah, the those Furies are really helping this fight go by, and plus the heal block, because it stops any healing. So yeah, it's a good combination. I like this this quest. It's actually pretty easy because I could use all kinds of characters and they're actually all pretty useful. And while we're here, we're about to knock them out, and we'll move on to the next character, which is gonna be Yondu. Alright, the interesting thing about Yondu is that he actually, for example, fighting Howard the Duck here, he can actually steal those armor buffs that he has, which, you know, are not permanent. They do run out, but I guess it does reduce damage when blocking. And surprisingly, that's one of the things with Yondu's, like, he has really bad block proficiency. Maybe it's because he's, again, rank 1 character, but every time he eats a second, like, all my health gets destroyed. So yeah, but on top of that, he gives a heal block in his SP1, and then if the opponent is healing while he throws the special one, the heal block actually lasts longer. So you want to throw it like right when he starts healing. Also, he gives bleeds through blocking, and his special 2 could also cause a lot of damage if used correctly. But yes, I almost died with Yondu, but yes, it is possible. And even with the Howard the Duck damage reduction on us by accidentally taking that SP1, we still managed to pull the W at 7%. So just a little heal and we should be fine. And we are victorious. Now on to the next character that's also really interesting is Punisher 2099. So Punisher 2099 is actually a pretty interesting fight. Why? Because he's got some new abilities. Being that in his SP2, he actually armor breaks. So that's a free heal block. Now, I do remember he has like an ability to heal block opponents. I forgot exactly what it is, but I think it might just be for mutants, maybe. But anyways, he has SP2 armor breaks, which also heal blocks, giving you that fury, that increase in damage as we've seen. And also, when he gets to 100 battery, as you could tell, I could just go ham on Howard the Duck. And look at that. He is not gaining much power. Why? Because he reduces defensive or offensive power gain by 90%, which is almost like not gaining anything, which means we could just, go crazy on Howard. And I do have a 6-star version of this. I think I did try my rank 1 5-star Punisher, and I think he also got the job done on his own. But I have not put any levels, so I think he's just rank 1, level 1, 6-star, and yet he is causing some pretty nice numbers. I think with a little bit more, I think I caused a little bit more damage actually with the 5-star rather than the 6-star, which was weird. But yeah, so Punisher, honestly, very great, and the Thunderquack is really annoying. So you always gotta make sure to parry him, or have that like little space to parry him, so that you could get rid of any fun and interactive damage, as Seaton says it. But yeah, so Punisher 2099, really fun character. He was actually a really fun character to play with, and I definitely a character that I have not used in never since the game came out. I have never used him until now, which is crazy. Now we're moving on to I think the most good, or the best team you could use in this is Stealthy and Infinity War Iron Man. Why are we using these two? Well, Stealthy is going to be for the boss, the Sentinel boss. But Infinity War Iron Man, we're using him for his synergy with Stealthy, but at the same time, he himself is a tech character that gives armor break with his heavies. Every time he uses his hammer, he gives an armor break. So that's heavies and SP2s. And plus that extended duration on all incinerate and shock effects that with Stealthy really increase the damage. And they also increase with the Furies. And then Stealthy, actually, his synergy is really useful too, because, well, Sentinel gives shock, and he also gives what is it? He also becomes unstoppable. So if you're actually able to put the slow debuff on the opponent while you have the synergy with Infinity War Iron Man, you could actually get no shock damage, because Stealthy already causes enough actual critical hits, and on top of that, Sentinel cannot go unstoppable, which just makes the fight so much easier. Well, now we have reached to the end of this video. Thanks for watching this video. If it was helpful, make sure to like and comment. Tell me that it was helpful, you liked the video, and I could probably go ahead and try to do one for every little section of this Cavalier. What characters are useful? And well, I'll leave you off with my crystal opening, my 6-star crystal opening, right next to a Doom. But nonetheless, Killmonger is still a good character. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and well, I'll see you in the next video.